What's up, YouTube? We have the Armalite rifle, and we're setting this thing up to receive a scope switch from Antimatter Industries. So they're getting one together for me. Um, I think this is going to work out very well. Also, on a side note, this is the first pair of like Magpul furniture that I'm actually okay with. Depending on how this rifle shoots, yeah, I'm probably still gonna get a different stock. But out of all the stuff that I got from Magpul, like these are all right. The STR stock, not too bad. You got a little compartment here. You probably fit batteries into. I'm gonna get my pinky in there, right? The thing is, these are about $100 stock. I really think that for this price and for what these rifles were going for, they could have put a stock with a shock absorber in it. This is a 308 rifle with a 16-inch barrel. So I'm already anticipating the recoil from this rifle. According to the Graybeard Garrett over at Armalite, of course, this gas block, it's an adjustable gas block. It's going to come fully open, so I'm going to have to tune that out. We're going to leave it open. We're going to see what it do. I want to see how these rifles operate straight out of the box, because that's what's going to tell me what the average consumer is going to receive and experience straight out of the box. So will this rifle earn an upgraded furniture set? I don't know. We'll have to see. It depends on how well she shoots. The hand grip, yeah, this is getting upgraded for sure. And what are you going to do? Magpul wanted to make something that, is going to be a good fit for as many hands as possible. The problem is if you have bigger hands, well, it's just not going to be that great for you. All of the stocks that I run, all of the hand grips that I run are these FAB hand grips. You can see how much more girthy they are. It's just a better fit. I really like these. They don't cost much, so I think that's just going to be a no-brainer upgrade for me. The stock, they also make a killer shock absorber stock. Honestly, for what I got this rifle for, upgrading the furniture on it ain't no thing. This is definitely one of the best sale items that I've ever seen on the PSA website as far as value goes. Aside from like a $10,000 50 cal being sold for, I don't know, $4,000 or $5,000. That's pretty cool, but most people aren't shopping for a 50 cal, right? This is still in the realm of practical. This is Armalite's 308. This is a TAC 16. Armalite has a different, what is it now? It is a lion and some crosshairs. That's cool. I'm a Leo. I dig it. I like the little emblem. That's not why I bought the rifle. I wanted to take a chance on Armalite and see what they were doing with the brand. I mean, they have set themselves up to be in a position where they can sell a premium rifle as long as it actually has good premium stuff on it. And people will buy it and take a chance on it because it is the OG Armalite name. And I really wanted to see what they were doing with this. And when they came up on the sale, I've never seen them on sale before. So they just started running these on sale on the PSA website this year. I think it was the day after Christmas. They dropped the first batch of these on sale. They had like the precision stock on them, and they were the 20-inch barrel. So I didn't end up grabbing one of those, but when these 16-inch versions dropped on sale for the same price, that is when I decided, okay, I'm going to make that happen, because fact of the matter is, I already have a 16-inch barrel, and I wanted to see what kind of ballistic, performance I was going to get out of a 308 16-inch barrel. After we shot the piss out of this barrel, we were going to, we're going to put this barrel in instead, see what it do, right? So this lets me mess around with that. And I always thought that this would be great with a scope switch. If this works out, they couldn't tell me if it would work with this optic yet. This is a brand new optic. This just dropped like a month ago. So I think it's going to work. We're going to find out. If it does, this might be one of the most affordable ways to get a scope switch set up, because this optic is only like $250, and you're actually getting a lot out of this. Moondog Industries already compared this to like a $2,400 Vortex, and the fact that they're even comparable is just amazing. So we're setting this rifle up, right? We have the Monstrum light on the other side of it, and I have the little pad here. Very awesome. We have a axe grip from Aeronox, I do believe. I found these things blemished for like 40-50 bucks, and it's pretty awesome for this build because this gives me just enough to grip like 2 fingers around. So I can control my light, and my thumb can be up here to control the slide pad for the scope switch. This thing right here is just a palm spacer, right? Because if I take this out and I'm hugging the rail, my thumb overshoots the rail. So this just pulls my thumb back a little bit, gives me the right spacing. It actually works very well when I hold this thing. So we will see how it works with the scope switch. A lot of that has to do with how much resistance is in the ring to operate your optic. So this one moves very well. Should be fairly easy to operate. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to find out. They also make the newer version of the scope switch, which it's all electric, right? There's none of those cords. And I do believe you can set that version of the scope switch up to have the control pad or the switch pad on the side or anywhere you want, because it's going to be more wireless. I think I'm going to get the analog one, so it's going to have the cables coming out of it, and as a result, I think I'm pretty much stuck with having to put that pad on top of my rail right here. But I'm going to make the best of it. I think this is going to work well. I'll be able to operate the switch with my thumb and still use the flashlight if I want to. I can also double down on my grip and use my thumb to switch between the light and the scope switch up here. So we're going to have to see how that goes. But everything that I got on here has been working well so far. I cannot wait to finish her out and take her to the range. And it's been a very interesting experience because I actually talked to the people at Armalite. I talked to the graybeard over there. His name is Garrett, and the guy is just a genius. He was explaining a bunch of stuff to me. This rifle does have special proprietary features. We will talk about that after I actually fire this rifle, test it out, and we'll take it apart and we'll look at it, and I'll go through some of it with you. The firing pin has a little spring to it. It's just an added safety that they've added in these. There's just a whole lot of stuff going on here, and it is a really good, solid design. The ones that are advertised on the PSA website, they're advertised with a key mod rail. I was going to kind of have to just eat that if that came on this rifle. Luckily for me, this rifle came with the M-LOK upgraded rail. It also came with one of their newer barrels. I actually wanted one of the older barrels because it has a different twist rate. These are a 1-to-10 twist rate, which most 308 rifles are. The other one that they used to have was a 1-to-11.25 instead of a 1-to-10. So what does that mean? It means that other barrel would probably be a little bit better at stabilizing lighter loads instead of the real heavier ones. So I wanted to get my hands on one of those barrels. Maybe I'll still be able to. But they switched to 1-to-10 for a reason, right? The preferred grain weight for this rifle, according to Armalite themselves, is 168 grain. Obviously like Sierra Match King or something like that. So I'm going to get some of those, and then we're going to get some other 308, and we're going to see, you know, exactly what we can get out of this. And then we're going to compare that to the ultra budget PA-10 that we have from Palmetto State Armory. They put this gun on sale when the Saber launched, so I got an absolutely amazing price on this. This thing has been awesome. We've upgraded the bolt carrier group. We got it straight from Toolcraft, and it has dual ejectors in it. I would like to run something like this in the Armalite, but look, you don't put unleaded in your Ferrari. So we're gonna have to see how this shoots, and hopefully I would just like to keep it the system that it came with in the box. So if I want spare parts, I'm probably just gonna have to get them from Armalite, and I will. I'll get another bolt carrier group just like this one, and have it as a backup. We just need to make sure that she functions flawlessly. And after talking to Armalite, I know that if there is any issue at all whatsoever, they're going to take care of it. So, very happy with this so far. It's been passing all the tests, just been taking it apart, cleaning her a little bit. And a lot of good stuff here. I'm really glad that they worked something out with PSA. I dig this right here, right? This rail is not going anywhere. So I can already say that there's somewhat of a better design here. It's much more chunky here. The PA10, I actually had to put a link here to link the handrail with the upper, just to give more anti-rotation protection right here, because I have seen this rail start to twist a little bit. Yeah, aside from that, I mean, this right here fixed that, so not really that big of an issue, right? But I would expect almost $3,000 rifle just to have a better system, and they definitely do. The fit on this rifle is absolutely phenomenal. The upper and the lower, like, you'd be hard pressed to get a piece of paper in there. They definitely take pride in the work that they're doing over at Armalite Strategic Defense Group Corps, whatever they are now, whatever company owns them. Yeah, the trigger in this is absolutely phenomenal. This is hands down the best trigger I own. I can already tell this thing feels better than a lot of the Geisley triggers that I've shot. You have your first stage, and then it gets you straight to your second one. You know where you're at, and from there it's just glass shattering. It's awesome. Absolutely love it. I can already see the quality in this thing. I can already see some of the features. Also, this came with iron sights right out of the box, and that's just something rare nowadays. Like, even my Daniel Defense that I got, that was much more monies than this, came with absolutely nothing. It didn't come with a trigger as good. It did not come with iron sights. It did come with a quad rail, and I love the quad rail and all, but like, this is really cool what they're doing. The fact that they're like, yeah, you're going to pay more, but hey, we're going to give you the iron sights. We're going to give you the whole rigmarole. This rifle really is good to go out of the box. I can't say that about my Daniel Defense, because you do have to put your own optic on it. This gives you something to work with right out of the box. They also have an upgraded charging handle. I believe this is a Radon. And it has their logo on it. I absolutely dig the line and the crosshairs. Again, I'm a proud Leo over here, so that's cool. This rifle is just badged and marked for me. Hopefully it works out. I've never had an issue with a bad gun. So I'm extremely lucky, because even like the cheap shotguns that we got, this TAR 12 has performed flawlessly. I would have thought this thing would have failed or choked up once, but Scout's honor, this thing has been running awesome. So just my gun luck has been unbelievable. This PA-10, this thing probably should not perform as well as it does for the whole $570 that this thing cost me. So I'm hoping that my firearm luck holds up, because I've said it before, I'll say it again, every single rifle, every single gun is a one-off. So, yeah, these things are not immune to defects and quality control and stuff like that, but they are held to a higher standard, a higher level. And I can really tell that just from talking to the people at Armalite. And I mean, look at this. Look at this muzzle device. Look at this thing. By the way, my head's not behind the camera. For those of you that worry so much, I mean, look at this thing though, right? Like, this is a $150 muzzle brake. This is a hybrid flash hider muzzle brake. So between this and the sights, I mean, and the upgraded trigger, yo, that's $350, $400 worth of upgrades all day. And at the sale price that these are coming in at, this on sale cost, I believe, $100 to $200 less than PSA's own Saber. So I think those have been coming down in price a little bit to compete with these. So this was a great chance to take a small chance on Armalite, and I took it. So I will let you know how this thing pans out. I mean, you'll see if she earns a new set of furniture for herself, then she is definitely a keeper. Anyway, have an awesome day, everybody. Later.